So I'm going to be talking about something that is really, really hard for me because I end up crying. So I may end up having to stop the video because I get that emotional. I have a disorder called post-traumatic stress disorder. And what it is basically living something that has happened in your life that's so traumatic that it's like it had happened yesterday, but it's been like, say, 2 years or 3 years or even 5 years. But you continually relive it. And little things can trigger it. Just little tiny things. First, I want to tell you how my PTSD came to be. Yeah, that's real right there. That is for reals. Medication. When I was 12 or 13 years old, I had a little filly, a colt, a baby horse. Her name was Rainy. She was the most precious thing to me in my life. I could go to her and I could cuddle her, and when she's laying down, I could use her as a pillow and cuddle up with her and just talk to her, pet with her, just be like, I would say a mommy. I have a really close friend, best friend actually, who experienced this traumatic event with me. And she might have PTSD too because of it, which I would not be shocked because we both experienced it. And what happened was, first I want to show you a picture of her and her mommy. This was when she was first born. So that little black filly right there is Rainy, or Rain Dancer. That's her mommy, Abigail. This was in the lovely farming community where I grew up in Utah called Corinne. Those mountains, man, I miss that. I miss her and I miss her mommy. Anyways, me and my best friend, we wanted to go horseback riding, and colts tend to follow their moms a lot, and we didn't want to have her in our way because we didn't want to keep our eye out, nor did we want to take a lead rope and tie it on to my horse that I was riding, Abby, which is her mom. We didn't want to go through that pain. So as we were getting ready, putting fly spray on the horses to keep the flies off of them and us, and combing them out and everything, putting on the saddles and the bridles and everything, I told my friend to put Rainy in the corral. So she wouldn't get in our way. She would be fine. I told her nothing's going to happen. And as she was putting up a barbed wire gate, I thought that my colt would stop in time, that she would see the barbed wire. She didn't. She ran right through it. She got a compound fracture, and her leg was hanging on by just a thread of skin. And my best friend took it upon herself to go and get my big sister. My big sister was, I love her to death. And we had our problems when we were kids, because that's what happens when you're siblings. And my big sister didn't listen to my friend. And so my friend had to go get my neighbor, and she could only do so much. Eventually, my neighbor called my dad from work, and as we were waiting, I was holding on to my little girl, and I was petting her, and I was trying to calm her down while my best friend was holding on to the mom and our other horse. And just as broken as I was, and I could feel my horse's blood seep into my pants. And as we were standing there, I could see my horse slowly fading because of loss of blood. There was nothing I could do. There was nothing my friend could do. There was nothing anybody could really do. It felt like years waiting for my dad and the vet to get there. As my dad showed up, he took Rainey from me, and he told me and Keisha, my best friend, to go and wait. And we were by the van, and I didn't know what was going on, and had high hopes that my little girl would survive. My dad came, and he sat down next to me, and he goes, "Bren, you're gonna have to make a really hard decision." He said that either we can spend a lot of money and they can fix her leg, but she'll be stuck in a sling. She won't be able to run like horses do. She won't be able to interact like horses do. She'll be stuck. Or you can put her down and ease her pain and suffering. It didn't take me long to figure out what I needed to do. As a mom, for baby, you knew exactly what you needed to do. I told him to put her down, to put her to sleep. And as I said that, I took my horse, the mother of Rain Dancer, or Rainy, and I looked at my best friend, and we just bolted down the road with the two horses in hand. And as I turned down the road, the main street, towards where our house was, I could hear Rainy cry for her mom. Then it stopped. It was silence. And as we were stripping the horses down, me and my friend went into my bedroom, and we just sat there. It took me years to grieve my baby's death. Years. And sorry, and I had a saving grace about I don't think it was that long since her passing. My parents found kittens, and I fell in love with one, and I wish I had a picture of him to show you guys, but I don't. He was a gray and white cat, and he was the most adorable little boy in the world. He was my little boy. And, you know, I spoiled that cat rotten. And I loved him. And I doted upon him like I would have done with Rainy. 3 years into his life, he left me. Just like my little girl left me at 3 years old. Now, I didn't know where he was. My sister and my brother-in-law were at the house. I can't remember if I was at school or where I was, but I called my sister to ask where Ozzy was, or Osiris, which is what I named him. And she says she hadn't seen him. I knew something was wrong because he always came up to me whenever I came home. If he was outside, he would always be there when I came home, and I knew something was wrong. It was an innate feeling in me. So I went back, and my mom had these raspberry bushes in the back of our house in Corinne. As I closed my eyes, I could see it as plain as day. There he was. Almost looked like he was just sleeping under the raspberry bushes peacefully. But I knew he wasn't. I knew he wasn't sleeping. When you start having PTSD and traumatic things keep happening, your PTSD gets intensified, and you don't know how to deal with it. Some people use drugs to lessen the effects of PTSD, or alcohol. I use my pets. This is Momo. She comes to me whenever I'm crying, and she tells me that I'm not alone, that she's here, and it means the world for me that I have little girls, my fur babies, to tell me it's okay, that they're here. I will tell you my next PTSD story, something that amplified it. Actually, I have 2. And the last one is actually more recent, but there are 2 stories that I'll tell you, but it's going to be at a later time. And I know I told you guys that the next one is going to be at the Mushroom Festival. But I need to do this because of a dream I had, and I'll tell you about the dream later. For now, be brave, be bold, be loving, be you.